Hello, everyone. Thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of ExcaliburCCGTV, talking comics. Every week, we come together to tell you about the great comics that are hitting the shelf. We are talking about July 20th, 2016. Hello, I am Chris.
I'm Randy.
We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Also in Texarkana, Texas as well. So if you're in either location, you can come find us and take part of all these awesome things that are coming out. But guys, find out more about what's going on with us at our site, ExcaliburCCG.com, and follow us on Facebook or Twitter. The links are in the description below. We post stuff to the pages and Twitter every single day and to our website every day. So guys, go and check that out. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. We really, really appreciate it. This is all I'm going to say about it. We thank you for helping us break the 1,000 subscriber mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. And now onwards and upwards, thank you for being a part of it.
Next week it's going to be, please, we just need 1,010 subscribers.
I'll give everybody a break from it all for as long as I can. All you guys listening via iTunes and Stitcher, thanks for being a part of this. All of you coming over from Bleeding Cool or Between the Staples or wherever else you're finding us, thank you for being a part of the community. Go ahead and subscribe. You know you want to. Every week we talk about comics, and we talk about all kinds of other stuff as well. You never know what rabbit hole we're going to go dive into. So thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Randy, what's our announcement for this week?
We've still got GeekCon tickets available at the Shreveport location here. They're the 2-day weekend passes for $20. They are for one adult, and you can get one child, 12 and under, in free. If you're looking for a 1-day pass, I think you're just going to be able to buy those at the door. I don't know. Maybe they have them at the 99X radio station or Cumulus or not Cumulus, whatever. Channel South Media. But we've got the weekend passes here. So stop on by, pick up those if you haven't picked them up already. It is for August 20th and 21st, although it goes from the 19th through the 21st. Exactly. 19th is kind of the preview night.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Come do your shopping then.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in the mood to shop, that's the night for you. Guys, mark your calendars, get your tickets, get ready for that. We're going to be there. We're going to have a blast, and we will see you there. We have a ton of number ones and storylines. We got other stuff we're going to talk to you about. But guys, let's go ahead and dive into our new number ones. Lots of stuff coming out this week. Randy, what are we going to start off with?
I'm starting off with the big one for DC, Justice League number 1. This is Brian Hitch writing and Tony Daniel drawing. And they're reintroducing the Justice League to us. This time, the Justice League's going to have to face off against an ancient threat that's come up from within the Earth, wherever. And they just might not be strong enough to defeat it. This is going to be part 1 of what they're calling the Extinction Machine.
Yeah.
So, what more is there to it? I don't know yet. So there's probably some distrust still of this new Superman within the book.
And quick aside, with the previous Justice League series that was going on by like Brian Hitch exclusively, or him and Neil Edwards or whoever, that's
Justice
still gonna JLA. That is gonna finish. Brian Hitch himself posted that like doing the Rebirth stuff kind of put him behind.
Right.
But the final 4 or 5 issues are still gonna come later this year.
Oh, is it that many?
Yeah, it's like going through 9 or 10 or something like that. I don't. But it is gonna continue. You will get to finish up that JLA series.
Yeah.
But it is going to kind of be running side by side with the new Rebirth stuff as well. But there you go, guys. Have fun with that. Another one from DC Comics, Hellblazer Rebirth. From DC, we got Simon Oliver and Moritat as the creative team on board here for this new Hellblazer city. This takes a look at John Constantine coming back to his home, back to London to face off against a demon and a curse that are on his soul and stand in his way of what he's wanting to do. But really, what are the souls of 8 million people compared to what John Constantine really wants? We'll get to find out with this. So have fun with Hellblazer Rebirth number 1, guys.
Yeah, finally, DC new number 1s are coming out. We've got Batgirl and the Birds of Prey Rebirth. Guys, we've had a lot of confusion from people coming into the shop. There are not 2 number 1s to the books that are coming out. There's the Rebirth issue, which unfortunately comics have still not figured out to stop putting number 1 on something that's a one-shot. It's the Rebirth issue, and you can tell because it's got the Rebirth really big on it, and later on there will be the Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 1 issue. That'll have the smaller Rebirth at the top and the big name of the book under or below.
Yep.
So, guys, pay attention to that, please. And if you're putting those on your list, make sure you tell us you want the Rebirth and the series.
Exactly.
Gotta tell us, because otherwise we're going to just assume, oh, you want to try it out to see if you want it.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that.
No, that's a good point, because otherwise, if you don't make the distinction, we'll sell out, because we have been selling out of these books. Yeah. And then you'll be scrambling. We'll be scrambling to get you a second printing.
Yeah, which you don't want.
And then you'll be scrambling to try to find a first printing here, elsewhere, eBay, overpriced, all that jazz. Yeah. So pass that along to you. Make a note of that to yourself. Pass it along to all your friends and everybody else participating in all this.
Yeah. So this is Batgirl and the Birds of Prey Rebirth.
Yeah.
These are, that's written by the Benson sisters, and Claire Rowe is going to be the artist on this issue. What we have, this is the first time in a while that Batgirl and Black Canary are back together, and already they have something threatening to tear them apart, and that would be that someone has discovered Batgirl's time as Oracle and is now using the name Oracle to sell secrets to, or secret information, dangerous information to criminals. And it looks like they're going to have to enlist the help of Helena Bertinelli, who is Huntress. Yes. Now, guys, this is not the regular Huntress that you're all probably familiar with from many times. This is a New 52 Huntress. Remember, that one was Earth 2. Okay. That was stuck on this world, and she was using the Helena Bertinelli's name because Helena Bertinelli had died and whatnot. Well, no, she hadn't died. She had gone undercover, disavowed everything, and become an agent of Spiral. Okay. And so that is the Helena Bertinelli that we are going to have as the Huntress here. So, lots of butting heads, it looks like, between the new Huntress and Batgirl and Black Canary there. So we're going to see how this works here. This is, I think, a fairly new creative team that we have on the book. I'm excited.
Yeah, very cool. Guys, those are the Rebirth and the new DC stuff that's coming out this week. We're going to dive into one that I know all of you have been waiting for with bated breath. You've added it to your pull list. You set your calendar and your phones and all this jazz. Deadpool and the Mercs for Money, #1 from Marvel Comics, hitting this week. Cullen Bunn and I'm going to say Ivan Coelho on the artwork here, coming back with us. Guys, Deadpool is one of the best mercenaries on the planet, but apparently he wants to take the Mercs with Money into like a very lucrative direction. That's great for him, but not great for them because they don't have his healing factor, and he's wanting to go after a bunch of radioactive supervillains that have bounties on their heads, apparently. And everybody else is not too crazy about that. So we get to find out how they're going to deal with that with this new Deadpool and the Mercs for Money #1 hitting this week. Have fun with that.
Big Archie announcement here.
Yes.
We've got Betty and Veronica #1 hitting the shelves. This is the total remake, much like Mark Waid and Fiona Staples' Archie was. Why is it so big? Adam Hughes is writing and drawing this. I don't know how for how long. I don't know if it's 3 issues like the Fiona Staples thing was with artwork. I think he's supposed to continue writing it. Okay. But we've got Betty versus Veronica in this issue. And it all is because Pop's Chocolate Shop is being taken over by a huge coffee company. Probably something very Starbucks-like. And they've taken different sides of the issue with this. So their friendship just might shatter because of this coffee.
It's gonna be a gorgeous book.
It's gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be
it's gonna have 10 billion covers.
Yes.
I know on my list I've got the Hughes and the Cliff Chang cover.
Oh, cool. Okay,
because
very cool.
I love Cliff Chang.
And that list was there was at least 20 variant covers. Yeah. I mean, 15 to 20 variant covers. So I'm
surprised you didn't go. What? You're not getting the Francavilla cover? I had to limit myself.
You show such restraint, Randy.
I only got 2.
Just the 2. Huh?
I may still get the other.
Have fun with that, guys. It's gonna be beautiful, and hopefully it will be a great read as well. Guys, from Image Comics, Hunt #1 drops this week by Colin Lorimer. This takes a look at whether this series is taking place in a dream or is it in reality. It takes a look at Orla Roche as she can't tell either of them apart. And now the nightmare world of the restless dead is upon her. And this is going to take a look at supernatural horror that is through like an Irish mythology lens for a modern twist on this horror take. So guys, if you guys are fans of horror And if you are familiar at all with any type of Irish type of mythology, this will be right up your alley. Have fun with this new horror book dropping this week.
We got another big one here from Dark Horse Comics. We've been waiting for this for quite some time.
Yes.
Jeff Lemire's Black Hammer's finally here with the #1 issue. The big delay all dealt with some illness there with Dean Ormston, the artist. He's better now. They're back at it. Jeff didn't want to get behind on the schedule with put something out and then a big delay. So I thank him for that.
Yes.
What we have here, the heroes of yesteryear for Spiral City have come across a multiverse crisis that has left them banished from existence, and I guess banished from the existence. They're like long forgotten or thought forgotten. But these heroes have been leading much more civil life during their time of banishment. However, there's something that seems to have found its way back into their lives and threatens that peaceful existence and maybe more with that. You've had a chance to check out the first issue with this. Big thumbs up there.
I'm on board. I'm not going to spoil it at all, but the art's fantastic. The writing pace was great, and I'm really looking forward to the next issue.
The character names: Abraham Slam, Golden Gale, Colonel Weird, Madam Dragonfly, Barbalian. I love that.
Yeah, those are great, man.
Those almost sound Kirby-ish with their names.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah. Guys, check this out. Give this first issue a chance.
I
Definitely.
believe it's a new ongoing series.
I think so. I think so as well. So have fun with that, guys. Wrapping up the #1s, and we'll knock out these last two that we have that you might want to check out. Garth Ennis's Red Team Double Tap. #1 from Dynamite Comics hits this week. This is by Garth Ennis and Craig Cermak, continuing the previous Red Team story that was going on, taking a look at Eddie Mellinger and Trudy Giro as they deal with the repercussions of the end of the last series. But now they're on humdrum cases. They're kind of being kept out of the way until a chance encounter in the ghetto gives them a chance to get back in the game like they were before. And we get to find out what it means for them and how they're going to handle this. So all of you guys that like crime noir action, this is going to be right up your alley right here. And last up, Snot Girl #1. Yes, I did just say Snot Girl #1 from Image Comics from Brian Lee O'Malley and Leslie Hung is dropping this week. This takes a look at Lottie Person. That's her name, Lottie Person. Is she a gorgeous, fun-loving social media star with a perfect life, or is she a gross, allergy-ridden mess? Enter this world of snot, blood, and tears. And I'm curious about this, if this is like some type of commentary on some of the reality TV shows that we see now, like My 600-Pound Life, things like that, where this particular character has these gross allergies instead of being like an overweight person. And how life is dealt with
just
in that
how
aspect.
We're exploiting something.
Possibly. I mean, I'm just curious. I'm just speculating here.
I don't know. The
we'll
thing
see.
to me is that Brian Lee O'Malley is known for Scott Pilgrim.
Exactly.
And he's known for Seconds was what he followed that up with. And he follows it up with this, and it may be it's a little too gross, I think, for me. I get ill looking at the pictures.
I know the cover is like
it's not appealing.
It's not at all.
They do seem to have like I Hate Fairyland. They do seem to have two covers, one that's a not so gross cover and one that is.
Okay.
But still, it's not a subject I think I can handle. I'm a little too squeamish.
Guys, those are our new #1s. That's wrapping it up right there. Lots of stuff to check out. Lots of new things to check out and dive into. Something for everyone. Have fun with these new #1s. Let's dive into some of the storylines that we have for this week. And they're all from Marvel. So let's dive into them. Starting off with the Civil War tie-ins, we have All-New Wolverine #10 dropping. Another team up with Wolverine, All-New Wolverine and Old Man Logan. She has to choose sides when a terrible prophecy puts someone that she loves into the crosshairs of one of her allies. How far is Laura willing to go? And is Old Man Logan going to mentor her, show her the way? What? We'll find out with this issue.
We've also got Nova #9 in this issue. Sam's going to have to make a difficult choice here. Everybody else is choosing sides. Now he has to choose a side.
Exactly. Patsy Walker, a.k.a. Hellcat #8, drops as well. We get to take a look at how Civil War II hits close to home for Patsy, and she's forced to take stock of her life as a hero and face what it really costs to be the superhero Hellcat in this issue.
In Spider-Man number 6, Miles has just recently made his way into the Secret, or from Secret Wars, from the Ultimate Universe, into the Marvel Universe. And he's already having to deal with a major crisis here and having to choose sides. A little, well, I won't give you a spoiler, but if you checked out Civil War number 3, you might have a good idea whose side he's going to choose here. We'll see if that's maybe a swerve that he chose one side and went another way.
What? There we go, guys. Squadron Supreme number 9. This is a Civil War tie-in. It's also an oversized Warrior Woman spectacular issue. So look for a larger comic. I don't know what the price tag is going to be, but this takes a look at Warrior Woman. Now that she's finally revealed who she truly is and what her plans are for world domination, apparently that involve Namor, the Submariner. And we also get to find out what the fate of the real Power Princess is as well with this issue. And this is setting up the next major story arc for this series.
Cool. In Ultimates number 9, we're taking a look. The team is at the point of falling apart here. Yeah. They have decisions that have been made, things that consequences that have happened that are just taking their toll on the team. And right as all that's happening, it looks like they're about to have to deal with the Micronaut, is what they're calling him, or Macronaut. Macronaut.
Yeah.
So there's something being foretold about him. If you've been reading the series, you probably have a good idea who that is.
Okay.
How they're going to deal with a character that dangerous, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What the world? They're the Ultimates, bro.
They are the Ultimates.
They're going to take care of it. They're going to handle it.
They're kind of ultimately sulking at the moment.
Yeah, major loss. So there we go. Guys, wrapping up for storylines, Uncanny X-Men, number 10 from Marvel, Apocalypse Wars conclusion. Each of these X-Men titles has their own Apocalypse Wars conclusion. Just so you know, because I didn't know that at first till Randy explained it to me. He's such a good guy like that. But guys, Apocalypse has been preaching the doctrine of survival of the fittest for forever, since he's come about. But now the son of Apocalypse is preaching a different doctrine, and that is survival of none. And with his army of archangels that he has, can Psylocke and Magneto do anything to stop this wave of death that is coming for the world? So we can take a look at these two different changes in philosophy concerning Apocalypse and how the X-Men are going to deal with that. Guys, those are our storylines for this week. A lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff between the number ones and the storylines. Have fun with that. Expect even more Civil War tie-in stuff because that's still going on. We're going to be covering as much of that as we can possibly cover.
Months to go with.
Yeah, we got a lot to go. So guys, let's dive into our favorites. These are the comics. They're going to be on the top of our stacks. The first things that we read when we get them in our hands. Randy, what is up for you?
I've got 2 number 4s for you. Department H number 4 with this one. Maya is having to make one last push to try to save her brother. Her brother's out in the water where he shouldn't be. And with Joyride number 4, the Joyriding trio just might have reached the end of their journey. However, the book's not over, even though it will tell you final issue, because they have announced that there will be a number 5. This is now an ongoing series. Hopefully they've got their act together, because I've seen way too many books that start off as miniseries and get announced as ongoing series that don't have a plan beyond that original story there. So, fingers crossed, because this has been a phenomenal story so far.
Very cool. Very cool. Up for me, Lazarus, number 23. We both read this and check this out. But the Carlisle counterattack has started, and a Lazarus falls in this issue. And I'm just oh, yes, I got to have it in my hands now.
Get out of my mother's house.
Get out of my mother's house. That was awesome. That was awesome. Oh, man. Black Widow number 5 drops as well. I'm really digging this series. Wade and Samney, with Samney even working on the writing chores as well. But this takes a look at the Weeping Lion, this particular character that's part of Natasha's past, and what he's been revealing to her and expecting from her as well. And there's another character that's introduced in this, Agent Elder, who's from S.H.I.E.L.D. Will this character be a source of protection or another predator towards Natasha in this storyline, in this time of her life. So I'm really digging what they're doing here. Gorgeous artwork. I'm really digging the story as well. Check that out if you haven't already, guys. So, guys, those are the comics that we're covering for this week. You know what time it is. Now we are about to dive into our question of the week. And for this question of the week, I'm going to turn it over to my man, Randy.
As of the taping of this show, there has been some major controversy going on. Right now. And basically we'll start it off with the question and then we'll go into controversy.
Okay.
Our question is Rucka, this Greg Rucka and Frank Cho's controversy censorship?
Okay.
Now, it's everything that's been shed, the lights that's been shed on everything is saying that originally Frank Cho was going to be drawing 24 variant covers for Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
And he is only drawing 6 covers. And all that has to do with, as Frank Cho has very loudly put it, just because I haven't seen a response so far, but as he's put it, Rucka is on some wild feminist hunt kind of thing, and he wants him to cover up Wonder Woman, not show so much skin, and the covers have been altered, or there's some altering of the covers. Hopefully we can put up a picture of one of the covers here, the side by side of that. And so he has, I guess, parted ways with the project. I don't know if it's with DC or with the project, what it is, but we just want to know is what's going on censorship. Now, if you're looking at the image, if you've seen the image that we have in question, we have Wonder Woman bent over and, you know, in some sort of pose, and with the censored image, it cuts off her hiney. Mm-hmm. Where if you've seen Liam Sharp's design for Wonder Woman and Rucka's Wonder Woman, she has a plated skirt that goes pretty much down to the knees or close to the knees. There may be a little thigh showing. This, you can see Wonder Woman's panties in the unedited version, and she basically has like a little side plate, and she doesn't really have, I mean, it's all thigh. There's no, she doesn't look how the character's been drawn otherwise. So this is more a very familiar Frank Cho image. And so, and I guess that's something that Rucka's taken personally with it. I can't say that I blame him with that. Rucka, that is. I granted, I am a Rucka fan here of his writing, but there's a difference between drawing a woman and being able to draw her well, and then drawing her in almost a provocative position. And to me, it was a little provocative, because I had no problem with the first 2 covers that have come out, but that covers that I'm seeing, that was a bit absurd for me. So I don't know, but what your take is. I mean, is it censorship? I don't think this is censorship. I think that when you have a majority of females coming in to read this flagship book, and when this is supposed to be about a strong female character, that type of art is a little uncalled for.
The views expressed in this question of the week are the views solely of Randy and Chris, and not of Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games itself.
Totally.
And in this situation, I kind of feel like Rucka's being a hypocrite.
Really?
Because if they're going to publish the variant covers that have been done and approved by editorial, which Rucka is not editorial, he's the writer of the book. Let's not confuse our roles here. If they're gonna go ahead and publish these approved covers, whether they're 4, 5, or 6, I don't know if the 6th one made it, Rucka's going to make money from that. He makes money from them making these variant covers, which apparently people will buy, because why would you have Frank Cho doing these?
But they're cover price.
That's fine. That's fine. It's still extra issues. It's still more printing of that comic book on the shelf and on shelves for people to partake in, either getting the regular cover by the regular artist Scott or Liam Sharp, or getting this variant cover. Honestly, I don't think that Rucka should be involved in that. He's the writer. Do your job, do it well, and if this is DC's decision. they're the ones, this is editorial that approves this. So, I mean, unless Rucka's role recently has changed from writer to writer/editor or editor of Wonder Woman, as well as writer, then I don't think he should even have a say in it. Especially, don't try to get on the bandwagon towards me of him not being able to take financially of the success of this, because he will. He'll get paid. He'll get paid for that. I have no doubt it's somehow in his contract. Plus, it was quite a thing to have Rucka come back to Wonder Woman as well. I'm sure there had to have been a draw. But honestly, I have enjoyed the covers. I've loved seeing Frank Cho depict Wonder Woman like this Amazonian warrior princess that she is.
Yeah, but is a panty shot necessary?
No, but how? Hey, no, but Frank Cho's not the only person that's ever done it. And Frank Cho is not the only one that's, and Rucka has written other comics with other Wonder Woman artists who have done very similar type things with there not being as much or being as a lot of skin shown like he's complaining about here. I find it to be hypocritical is the only way I'm describing it, because I don't know if it's a double standard from what I know.
Now here, who's to say they pass these books on to the art and the writing go back and forth so that they can see what each person's doing. Mm-hmm. But these covers, especially, are not something that are going to fall into the lap before they can see it, because a lot of times they'll talk about, look at the book or look at what they did, kind of thing. So this is not something that has come across Rucka's table where he went, well, hold on just a minute. There's something here. He is known for his stance in equality, feminine, strong female characters, his, the rights of women. I'm not going to say of females, of women. And you put something like that in his lap and go, okay, well, this is going to be the image that's used. And he goes, well, hold on. This is not something that corresponds with what my character is in the book. You've taken a teehee, cutesy cover and put it here, and that's something that I'm going to speak up about. Rucka is the type of person that if DC were not to censor that, would walk from the book. He's walked from books before because of having problems with not seeing eye to eye with what he feels a standard should be. So I think he's upholding his ideals more than going, well, it's about my almighty dollar. I don't think the almighty dollar is the important thing here. I think he has an audience that expects a certain air of this is how he behaves towards issues. And so he is behaving that way towards the issue. And like I said, I'm willing to bet that when he saw the powerful image of the first or the second variant, he probably didn't have as much of a problem with something like that. But when you have something that suddenly is going more into the good girl art, and it's going away from the powerful Amazon that we've seen in the first couple of variants, why would someone not be outspoken towards that? Wait a minute. Whoa, why did you leave what you were doing well here to do this, which is not what we're wanting to see on
She's
this
in an action pose. Even for that one you're talking about where there's the...
Where's her skirt that she now has? She has nothing. She has a little plate on the side that barely comes down an inch from, like, her hip. It's a tiny little plate there. It's like for years and years, Skyrim and a lot of the gaming companies and D&D, when they depict their females, they have them in the tiny little armor that shows off the boobs and all the stuff. And this is almost that style armor, rather than what he's drawn previously. So that's my major issue with this. If he were to take and have a fan ask him to draw the Wonder Woman like that at a convention and he drew a sketch of it, that's his prerogative. Fine. He did that. But this is not just depicting a powerful woman in an action pose. This is slipping something in there that is total Frank Cho inappropriateness, is what I'm going to say.
I don't see it that way. And honestly, to the root of it all, like with Rucka coming back to DC to write this book, we don't know what's stipulated. I mean, I could be totally wrong in regards to my income remarks, but we don't know totally what was stipulated in his contract to come back. He could have more creative control over everything. He may have got to handpick Liam. Liam Sharp. I know he got to handpick Nicholas Scott.
I think he brought both of them out.
You know, he that may have been part of it all. That may be in his contract. If that's in his contract, fine. But like I said, if those previous variants, the first 6 or whatever, however many they're going to allow from Frank Cho, are published, that still affects the bottom line. That still affects how he's going to get paid, as well as Nicola, Frank, and Liam Sharp, and whoever else is involved in the type of common revenue share that comes with a lot of these comics. Okay?
Yeah.
So that. I mean it would be nice, because we've only seen all I've seen is Frank make his remark that he did on Twitter or Facebook about what it is.
He did an interview on CBR.
Okay.
And dude could be much more professional with how he responds to things or says things. His remarks were not professional in the least bit. And
well, he's probably responding from an emotional place. He's probably upset about it.
Sure,
we all say stuff.
Sure, but he's going to have to accept the feedback that comes from that, because I don't know.
But it's Frank Cho. He doesn't shy away from controversy.
No, it's Frank Cho. And it's a guy that I get less and less respect for just about every single time he publishes or opens his mouth. I'll say that. That's been a long time.
Well, okay. Well, where's Greg Rucka in all this? All I've seen. I'm not saying he hasn't responded anywhere, but all I've seen so far is like 3 words on a tweet.
Maybe by the time the show comes out, we'll see something.
Maybe so.
Maybe we'll see something more. However, guys can see we are obviously divided here. The wall has been built.
Divided we sit.
We want to know how you guys feel. Is it censorship? Is it not? Is there something more involved with this? Does it run deeper than just the censorship issue?
Yeah.
So just let us know. The Hatfields and McCoys here are going to go up back and take 10 paces. No, it affects nothing more than us just not seeing eye to eye on something.
That's
but
all.
It's long for we've seen. Not seen eye to eye on many things.
Yeah, you guys have watched this, so that's all that it is.
So that's what it is. I think he does be a full
I think it's a great question. I'm
that.
glad you brought this up. I think it's a great question for us to have a discussion with.
I think he does be a full art. I think he oversteps boundaries. That's my bottom line, and I felt this was a boundary overstep.
Okay. Totally.
And like you said, you feel there's the issue of that you have your place within the pecking order of the process of creating the comic. So let us know where you stand, guys.
Yeah. Tell us in the comments below. Let's have a civil discussion about it. Please. Yeah. You guys are great at that, so let's continue that.
No, none of that.
Please don't become a useless YouTube comment. Please
no trolling.
Don't. Yeah.
No trolling.
But guys, we do want to talk to you about it. Let's have a conversation about it in the comments down below. Do you think that this type of controversy between Rucka and Cho is censorship?
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments below. Let's have fun with that. Let's have a good discussion about that. And that's it for this week, guys. We had a lot of stuff to cover. Yeah. So many number one, so many storylines, so many people deciding whose side they're going to be on. But guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. What else would you like to add, sir?
I think that is it. I'm starving right now.
Are you starving? Guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care, be safe, read some great comics, leave us some fantastic comments down below, and we will see you in our next episode. Bye-bye.